Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I am giving you an opportunity for your self-assessment, because self-assessment is very necessary. Time to time you have to do it. How to do self-assessment? I will give you today few questions and you have to solve, and if you find any difficulty, any hesitation, you ask me, write in the comment box. In the lockdown period, we all are staying at home. We are comfortable but busy in distractions. Those who will appear in board exams and those who are preparing for NEET and JEE, you have to do the self-assessment, and this is very proper time. This is right time during lockdown period. You have enough time for self-assessment. How to do? I will give some questions today, and this is an opportunity that you will solve the question and write your answers in the comment box. I know that without hesitation, if you write a very small thing or you don't know, you don't understand, I will give you proper guidance, and full dedication of your this time during the lockdown will sure improve you, and this improvement, due to this improvement, you will be more deserving to achieve higher goals. Before that, you subscribe my channel and press bell icon. Watch the today's video till end, because it is an opportunity to improve. I know that you will not like to lose it. Let us begin. Few questions I have given at the board. There are questions shown here, and we have discussed the concept behind question, the theory part, and although most of them are theoretical also. In the magnetic field, the concept of magnitude as well as the direction, so many rules to find the magnetic field and force. So how will you use it? I have selected the questions. In the first question, it is given here that calculate the magnetic field intensity due to a long straight wire of circular cross section. This is the long straight wire I have shown here, a circular cross section. So calculate the magnetic field intensity due to long straight wire of circular cross section, radius A, this is radius A, carrying steady current I is current flowing through it. This steady current I distributed uniformly across the cross section. Find the magnetic field in the region at first point A, that is outside the wire, for distance greater than A, and at the region 2, that is inside the wire. We have discussed the magnetic field using Ampere's circular law. So what will be the graph for inside and outside? Show it graphically and find the expression at the point 1 and 2. We all have discussed. In the second problem, cross is the magnetic field. Cross is perpendicular inward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 4 particles. They are of different charges and different mass, and there may be any particle uncharged. How will you find? In the uniform magnetic field, 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 4 particles. They are proton, alpha particle, electron and neutron. Which one is? You will represent which one by 1, 2, 3, 4. So write which particle will be represented by 1, 2, 3 and 4 and so on. So 4 particles: proton, electron, alpha particle and neutron. Due to the bending and using the right hand thumb rule, you can find the answer. I am giving you a hint. Similarly, these two are the infinitely long straight current carrying wire, and if they carry the current in the same amount, then find the magnetic field exactly at the midpoint between these two wires. If they carry the current in the same direction and if they carry the current in opposite direction. How will you find the magnetic field? You know magnetic field due to long straight current carrying wire is given by mu naught I upon 2 pi r, but the direction. So select the direction at point P and you will find resultant magnetic field at P due to both the wires. They carry the same current, but first case in same direction, second case in opposite direction. Now in the next problem, look here, a positive charge is coming directly towards you. Imagine this concept that positive charge is approaching you. Positive charge is moving, that means you can assess that this is the direction of current. Then use the right hand thumb rule to solve this question, that what would be the direction of the magnetic field produced due to its motion and what will be the direction of motion for a negative charge producing the same magnetic field. This question has two parts. One, what will be the magnetic field direction, and the second, if the same magnetic field is produced by the motion of negatively charged particle, then in which direction it should move. Again, concept is that right hand thumb rule, and you have to solve these questions graphically, name the particle and so on. Now in this question, next one, there is a particle of mass m and charge q which moves at right angles at a uniform magnetic field B. Plot a graph showing the variation of radius of circular path described by it with the increase in its charge, number 1, second, kinetic energy. In each case, other factors remains constant. This is also asked in CBSE board examination. Now how will you solve? Look, we have read, this is the theory, that what will be the radius of circular path. You know the path will be circular and the radius of circular path is given by, I think you must have noted these questions, so I am going to rub it so that I can give you the solution and hint for the rest of the questions. You can note down the questions also by pausing the video. Make pause for certain time and you will get the questions. Now look, and description of the question I will give. You see the description in the video, total language of the question I will give there. Look, radius of the circular path r equal to mv upon qb. We have read. This gives you that r is inversely proportional to q because the other factor remains constant. So r is inversely proportional to q, v, qb, m, these all four terms are in r. How will you show it graphically? This will be the graph. Only the graph you have to show. Then this is r and q. The graph will be like this, inversely proportional. In the second case, you have to plot the graph for r versus kinetic energy. Then you should know the relation for kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is half m v square. And what is v here? QBr by m. So what you write here? Half m q square b square r square upon m square. This is cancelled. And what you get from this relation r square equal to? You look here. This is 2mk, this will be, and upon q square b square. Then what do you observe here? That r square is directly proportional to k as the other factors are constant. Then how will you plot the graph? Look, this is the graph. At y-axis you have selected r and x-axis you have selected k, and this will be the half parabola. So in this way, these two graphs, only this question, for these two graphs you should know these expression and how to relate. Next is a long wire is bent into a circular coil of one loop. I am rubbing this so that see the next one. concentrate yourself and learn the meaning of the question given, that what is asked in the question. I want to say that if you read the question, then there should be a proper picture in your mind regarding whatever is said in the question, so that you can learn the meaning of the question. A long wire is bent into a circular coil of one loop and then into a circular coil of a smaller radius having n turns. If suppose this was the long wire, length L, listen how to take the meaning of question. Initially it was bent into one loop. Suppose this was the one loop, and suppose as per the length we can take this is the length of the wire. So this is the whole length is L, but it is bent in the form of circle. So suppose this is the radius of the circle R. What can you write L here? You can write L as 2 pi R. Then what will be R? L upon 2 pi. In this way you have to see the meaning of question. And in other second case, it is bent into so many loops of smaller radii, simple. So suppose it is turned in so many loops, I don't know the number, so it is given that suppose the number of turns are n in the question. Then in n loops, so what will be L equal to this 2 pi. Suppose the radius of, I have shown the difference in the loops, otherwise these all are of the same radii. So this radii suppose r dash, so 2 pi r dash into n. You know n loops, then L will be here, this one. So what will be r dash here? This will be L upon 2 pi n. Will it be or not? So you have to decide these two things and read the question. If the same current passes in both the cases, find the ratio of the magnetic fields produced at the centers in both the cases. Now you know the formula. Suppose the current passing in both the cases is I. The magnetic field at the center of the current carrying loop, you should learn the formula. This is the magnetic field perpendicular upward if this is the direction of current. And what is the formula? Relation is that suppose in the first case B1 mu naught I n upon 2r. What about n in the first case 1? So you will write here mu naught I upon 2. What is r? L, and this 2 pi you will write here. So this 2 and 2 cancel. Finally you will get this B1 as mu naught I pi upon L. This is the equation 1 in first case as per the description. What about second case? This is B2. Formula is same, mu naught I n upon 2r. Here in the second case, suppose here this is r, then you write here r dash. What is r dash? You write here mu naught I, and what is n? You have written here n equal to n. In the second case you have written in the formula n equal to n, so you put here, and this is 2 r dash is L upon 2 pi n, so this is 2 pi n. So in this way you can write that what is B2? B2 is mu naught I n square, 2 and 2 is cancelled, mu naught I n square pi upon L. This is the second case. Now you can see this is mu naught I pi, mu naught I pi L. What is the ratio? That is, divide these two equations. What will you get? This. So in this way you have to find the ratio of the magnetic fields at the center. The last question again, look, you have to solve this question. I will give you hint only, but you have to solve this question. I am going to read this question, that what is given in this question and how will you solve this question. There is a wire it is said in the question that a straight current carrying conductor is buried into a wall. How this wire is buried? This is written here that in the question it is said that a straight current carrying conductor is buried into a wall erected in the north-south direction. The north pole of a horizontal magnetic needle placed near the wall towards its west points towards south instead of north. What is the direction of the wire buried in the wall and what is the direction of current in it? I will give you certain hint that if you write north, south, east, west like this, this is the north, south, east, west. So, as per the language of the question, at this point the needle is pointed like this. Instead of north, it gives south. Think what will be the direction of current in the wire, how the wire will be buried in the wall. I am giving you this hint and you have to solve this question. Actually, this question is in the form of concept, the diagrammatic concept, that how you will use right hand thumb rule. The direction of thumb gives the current, then curling of the fingers gives the direction of magnetic field. So you have to solve and write your answer in the comment box and don't hesitate. I will give you proper guidance. If you don't find any answer, you find any difficulty in the direction or in any of the derivation or question, write in the comment box. Thank you.